well as he could yesterday. He played as well as he was asked to play yesterday. Everyone's going to sit here and go, and that's why I sent out a tweet yesterday. Like, the conversation around Jalen Hurts is going to be really interesting because there's going to be a lot of people saying, man, Jalen Hurts didn't play well. That's totally incorrect. My biggest concern is no one got open yesterday for the Philadelphia Eagles. They were absolutely gloved up by Green Bay defensively. Jalen had nothing else to do with the football. The decision-making was on time. The decision-making was crisp. The way he threw the football was crisp except for one step or a one-step slant to A.J. Brown at some point in the third quarter. My biggest concern with all this, and again, it is not Jalen Hurts. I thought Jalen Hurts didn't look rusty at all. My biggest concern is, how does it look like Green Bay knew what every pass play was? How does it look like Green Bay knew exactly what the pass concept was going to be? How does it look like Green Bay knew exactly where the receivers were going to be on a consistent basis? My mind, after I watched that tape, wasn't, man, Jalen Hurts struggled. I actually thought Jalen Hurts played well. My mind went to Kellen, who's a friend of mine, and I think a really good coach. The pass game concepts got to grow. They got to get better. They got to infuse more, because my takeaway is, Green Bay, pass game-wise, knew exactly who was going to be, where, and when they were going to be there, and that's how everybody got covered up.
So this is who the Cowboys really want. They want to figure out a way to get Kellen Moore here. And I've been saying this for a minute, that the issues still the same. Now, granted, team success should equals offensive coordinator success, and people are dismissing the fact that you got a Saquon Barkley. And by the way, you do have AJ and Smitty on either sides, which could cause all type of records. But here's the thing. It's very vanilla, it's very bland, and you got to just give kudos and credence to the Eagles for figuring out ways to find a way to get a Saquon Barkley, and the defense being able to force quick turnovers and things like that. And the defense very stout. You know, Vic Fangio was their best offseason move. But what I'm saying collectively is that you don't want to bring this Kellen Moore thing back to the fold, because it will be the same. It would literally be the same, and I'm not beating up Kellen Moore. I get it. You know, the Cowboys are scrambling and scraping for an opportunity to say, hey, this is our next head coach in waiting, and these sorts of things. And people are looking at the overall collective Eagles record, but they're not paying attention to what's really going on. And I don't want us to go through this cycle of, we had Wade Phillips here, then he went to Jason Garrett, and then it goes to Mike McCarthy, and then now it's going back to Kellen Moore. It's the same damn thing. That's what I'm saying, and I'm tired of it. And I know you guys are tired of it. We don't want to hear and see this all over again. So I'm out on Kellen Moore. I get it. And anybody, Dan Orlowski, you know how he will put on the cape for his boys, right? We know how much he'll be willing to fall on the sword for his guys, like the Josh Allens of the world and the Kellen Moores, right? So let's just, please, for the love of God, please don't get Kellen Moore over here. Here's the craziest thing, though. The Cowboys for the 2025 season, we'll be playing third-place schedule. I think that we could be a little bit more healthier, and we may have a decent record for 2025. But I don't want people to think that this is all because of if they do decide to get a Kellen Moore here. The Cowboys got an opportunity right now to strike at a good coach, and if they really want to get here, if they really want to be here, they can be. But the problem is, Jerry, just sit back and step back just a little so we can get those kinds of caliber coaches. I know when I look at everything, a lot of people are out on Deion Sanders and these sorts of things because there's so many stipulations, and there's a lot of stipulations because you got to have Shador and Shiloh and all of that. But I would say the Ben Johnsons and the Aaron Glenns of the world should be a very much so tangible thing. Come on with it. Post me your thoughts, post me your concerns down below. But at the same time, We don't want Kellen Moore here. I'm out. I'm out on Kellen Moore. I would rather have Mike McCarthy back, believe it or not. Bring me back Mike, opposed to Kellen Moore. Post me your thoughts again in the comment box. DC for life, not for short. Peace. I'm up out of here.